Greetings, travelers. We're in the southern part of the San Luis Valley, just outside Alamosa. So one of my favorite little camp spots. We're plugged in. It's nice for the hair dryer, curling iron, coffee maker. The C10 is in good shape, doesn't need any work today, but we got some other chores and a trip coming up. Now, we've worked on the Sunship before. They're still waiting on parts for the kitchen faucet. The Sunship is totally self-contained as far as power, and that is derived from that ceiling. The roof is solar panels, and those convert solar energy into electrical, and that electrical is stored in batteries. The batteries store the energy, and then we have a kind of an inverter charger deal, and the outcome is that it runs 110. You get 110, you can run saws, lights, whatever, right off the sun. Totally portable. You can put this unit out in the middle of a field and run your saw, your hot plates, your blenders. Now, this kind of solar is a little different than this kind of solar. What do you call it? Passive solar? These solar panels are filled with tubes and water. These solar panels heat the water to about 160 degrees, maybe 100 degrees in the winter. And those tubes of water go into the garage, into a tank, and through a series of manifolds, the hoses go throughout the garage floor in the concrete and into the main house. So the floors are all heated with hot solar water. And this one just powers the electrical. So what's our chore today? Let me show you its features. Well, here we are. It's a yurt. Y-U-R-T. Yurt. Total nomad stuff. I helped with the covering yesterday, and then I have a little chore to do today on it. This could be a man cave, Mongolian man cave, Mongolian she shed. It's actually a she shed. This yurt was made in Mongolia, and they still make them there for the locals and for export around the world. And it's I'd say a medium size. They make them larger, make them smaller. And if you were a shepherd in Mongolia, you would set this up, graze the flock for a couple months, and then you want to move it, you tear it down, and you put it on camels and donkeys and mules and yaks and whatever, and you transport it 20 miles to another location and set it up. So it's totally mobile. It's not a permanent structure, although there are yurts that are permanent. They have wooden sides and they're more permanent. Now, my chore today, we'll go inside a minute here. Now, this yurt was built in Mongolia, and when they get enough of them, they ship them around the world. All the painting and the artwork is done in Mongolia. The fabrics are assembled in Mongolia, and the yurt has a skeletal structure, and the door comes with it. So that would be on a mule. Somebody would strap that on a mule, and that would come with us, a full door. Let me show you inside. Welcome to my yurt. It's very dark in here because up top, that circular area, is a cover outside. It's like the intense weather cover. You would rope and tie that piece down on top of the circle. And normally the circle would be exposed and a lot of light comes in. The rope in the middle would hold a large weight to help stabilize the yurt. And in assembling this yesterday, of course, if you're in Mongolia, you have all your neighbors and everybody helping you, but you get 4 or 5 Americans with no instructions. It was a little interesting. But the wooden pieces are all from Mongolia. They're painted over there. This support system all comes, and this all breaks down into bundles. The side looks like a lattice piece, and this lattice is on the fancier yurts. This lattice would be like varnished and thicker, like mahogany. Very fancy, high-end yurt. But still, all of this comes apart and gets put into bundles and tied up, and you mount it on your donkey or camel. And also at the top there, you'll see the little hole that's for a stovepipe. It's a piece of metal there to insulate it from the fabrics. And they'll work it in over the months to get a little wood stove in here. But it's very warm in here and very decorative. Excuse me. The artwork. All of these sticks. We call them sticks, splines, help support it. And they're just tied to the lattice work with some twine. Now, when you get this all fixed and you're ready to go, I'm sure that the floor would have carpets and pillows and hookahs and whatever you do in a yurt. This would hold 10, 15 people out on the prairie in Mongolia. Genghis Khan might have stayed in one like this. Now let me show you what I got to do here. Now there's that heavy-duty cover for the top that's lashed down here on ropes. And if it were being a heavy rain or snow, wind, you'd put that on top to cover the hole. Otherwise, in good weather, you'd have that off and the light coming down and air moving about. Cooking on the stove would all go out that hole. Now the fabric, you have, I think, 4 layers. You have this outer fabric, kind of like a rain fly, that's pretty resistant to the water, rain. Just below that is a heavy canvas. We call it the Carhartt because it's very much like a Carhartt jacket. And below that level is this thick felt. And this all of these fabrics go over the whole thing, the sides and the top, and this heavy felt. That's what's going to insulate you when it's 10 below. And just below all that, if you can see, is a very thin fabric. I call it the sheetrock. This very thin goes on first, and that's the cover you see up in the ceiling, that white. It's a very thin layer of fabric. Gives it a finished look, I guess. So you have that, the thick felt, the Carhartt, and then the rainfly, I call it. Now this door needs a little work because the structure is a series of sticks and this lattice work on the side. It's has some flex to it, and so doors need to be adjusted a little bit. The paint seems to be coming off. I think that can be redone. My chore today, when I want to get here, this outer piece is metal. Can you see that? This is metal here on the wooden door. And so my chore today is put a cat door in here. Regular cat door you get at the store. We're going to cut the opening and mount the cat door. This she shed is going to be cat friendly. So we don't know if it's going on this side or this side. But the idea is to, she has a couple of cats, and they'll come and go through the yurt, to the yurt. So that's my little remodeling job today. You never know what kind of chores you'll run into. You can see that the sides are just strapped with some rope. And the little emergency blankie up there is lashed to it. So get you a yurt. Very nomadic. Very popular out here, out west. I don't know if California has them, but I know Arizona, you'll see them. Very durable in the high winds. Now we got a road trip. Let me show you where we're going. Okay, I got my GPS out here. We're in the San Luis Valley here, and there's Alamosa. This is the valley in here. And we're headed to Flagstaff. Now you could come out of the valley, hit the 25, to the 40, over to the flag. We're gonna take this other road. We did this 2 years ago. Call it Highway 64. Come all the way out of the valley into New Mexico, hook up with 64 and go west. And our first day's trip will be Farmington. Got a Walmart there, nice place to spend the night. It's quiet. Then you would stay on the 64 till you get to the 160 and drop it down to the 89 or the 64 here and drop into Flag or Williams. But we're gonna make a little stop up here, just around Shiprock. We'll head over to the Four Corners Monument. I hear there's a gift shop, so we've got to go to Four Corners, then down the road a little ways and backtrack up here to Monument Valley. The Monument Valley has a setup now where you don't drive around the valley. You stop at the visitor center and get on a shuttle, and they drive you around to all the different sites. So we'll hook up the AC for old Dottie Jackson, and an hour later we'll be out of there, I guess. I don't know, never been there. Then back down on the road, get over here and drop down into Flag, visiting some friends. Been there several times. We'll go up to Williams, trash around for a few days. Then coming back, maybe do the 40, the old Route 66, come back on the 40. And I've not been there, but why not check it out? Head on up to Santa Fe. Walk around, take some pictures, and then 64 takes us right back up into the valley. So we'll be back on the 25th. We got chores in Saguache to do, and we'll stick around till 15th of September and start heading back to the Gulf. Got cruising the coast, first week October, can't miss it. Temperatures will start to drop a little bit too, October 1st. It's pretty warm back there now. So that's our deal. We're hanging out with a yurt today. I hope your yurt is doing well. From Alamosa. in the San Luis Valley. It's your coastal.